Our commencement speaker, William J. O'Neill, was born in Allen Park and is one of 12 siblings. He attended St. Francis Cabrini Schools for 12 years, graduating in 1969. He then attended Eastern Michigan University and graduated with a BBA, majoring in management. Mr. O'Neill took the knowledge he gained along two parallel career paths. One in elected public service, extending over 25 years to the city of Allen Park, to the county of Western Wayne, and to the state of Michigan. The second path to 34 years as a financial planner in his hometown of Allen Park. During this period, he also generously invested 18 years to his parish as auditor for the Cabrini Festival, as a Cabrini Schools fundraising chairperson, and on the Cabrini Parish Council. He invested additional time in his community on boards of the American Heart Association, Detroit Wayne County Mental Health, Freedom House, and is currently volunteer district chairman for Boy Scouts of America. Happily married to his wife Mary for 40 years, they have raised 3 children through the Cabrini Schools and are the proud grandparents of 2. When not serving others, he is actively playing hockey, golf, and spending as much time as possible with his granddaughters. It is my honor to present Mr. William O'Neill.
Father Joe, the school administration, the school faculty, Cabrini graduates, family and friends, ladies and gentlemen. First off, I want to thank Nancy for that wonderful introduction. And I want to say that one thing I have in common with the valedictorian is that was the color of my hair 46 years ago. But thank you, Nancy. I really appreciate it. And I want to thank the administration for allowing me this great honor, especially without checking my academic record first. As Nancy said, I grew up in Allen Park, one of 12, and although I worked part-time while at Cabrini to help my parents out financially, I was one of the older kids. I spent some of the happiest years of my life here. I had a wonderful childhood with a great sense of community and family. After high school, I attended college part-time, knowing that getting a degree was the most important thing at that time in my life. I never did get to play in the National Hockey League or swim in the Olympics, and believe me, those were my childhood dreams. But life has given me other, much greater rewards. I put myself through college at night while working full-time with a wife and kids. Back then, a lot of wives didn't work. And there were many days when I'd leave at 7 in the morning and come back at 11 o'clock at night, only to find the kids sleeping and my wife napping, getting ready to go to bed herself. Many, many days. But that's what I knew I had to do to get it done. After graduating from college, I left my repairman job to look to limited success for a better job. It was the late 70s, early 80s, for those of you that were around at that time, when the economy was not at its best. I spent a lot of nights lying awake, wondering what I was going to do, and all the financial pressures of supporting a family while trying to find a career that met those needs, yet was both rewarding and stimulating. I prayed to God for guidance. Then, with the help of a relative, I found work in the emerging field of financial planning. Financial planning back then, like computers and like cell phones, wasn't in Webster's dictionary at the time. Webster's dictionary can be found on the web if you go to Google. Back then, it was in the paper version. This provided me the opportunity to help people make their money work for them so that they could realize their dreams. Before finishing college, I ventured into politics. I was very fortunate to be elected to the Allen Park City Council, Wayne County Commission, and the Michigan Legislature. I was blessed with successful elections, but the real successes were the accomplishments in office won by maintaining high ethical standards instilled in me at Cabrini and by my parents' strong Catholic faith. I do need to commend each and every one of you for your graduation from Cabrini. It wasn't easy, nobody gave it to you, and nobody can take it away. I know you will want to share this moment with your teachers who have guided your progress, with the school community and the religious community who have maintained the high standards which you have met, and especially with your parents and grandparents whose love and devotion made it all possible. At Cabrini, we learned that true success involved the attainment of self-knowledge and inner peace. True success is accepting full responsibility for the gifts that God has bestowed upon us and applying them for the betterment of others. True success is the identification with commitment to God, to family, to community, and to the pursuit of excellence. At your age, my own faith life was a challenge. I questioned all that I had been taught, and I was an altar boy. For a short time, I explored other faiths. I even considered leaving the church. But in the end, my roots took hold, and I returned with a stronger relationship with God and the church. I think of and talk to God every day and let Him guide me. It's my best habit. If you think about it, one bad decision that you make can affect your entire life. A couple of examples: trying drugs, driving drunk, losing your temper, being at the wrong place at the wrong time are a few examples of wrong decisions that can have terrible consequences. The point is that right now, at this very moment, the whole world is open to you, if you will be willing to commit to work hard and prepare yourself. My message to you today is: do not be afraid. Do not be timid about setting high goals and aspirations for yourself. Do not be afraid of failure. Trust me, I have failed many times. I failed here at Cabrini, and going to summer school was no fun. It was very humiliating. Then off to college, going part-time, working all the time. I had a class, I was very good in math here at Cabrini and afterwards, but I had to take this calculus class in order to graduate, part of the business curriculum. And there was no way in the world I could understand it. Flunked it the first time. Second time around, luckily, a friend of mine that I played hockey with was an expert in it, and he gave me enough information to just kind of get me through. But those are failures. Failure, when followed by sustained and focused effort, is actually a good thing. Something to learn from, a critical stop on the road to success. The Romans believed that courage was the essential virtue, for without courage, none of the other virtues could be realized. Each of you possess the ability to succeed in any honorable profession or endeavor you might elect to pursue, no matter how lofty or seemingly unattainable. I was not voted most likely to succeed. Quite the opposite. Yet my life has been more successful than I could have ever imagined. High school is a small part of what will define your future. However, the strong faith teaching will be with you forever. I hope that each of you will strive to continue your education, whatever field you choose beyond high school, in order to fully recognize your God-given potential. For we live in a time and a place that desperately needs your vigor, your energy, your faith, and your idealism. Soon we of the older generation will pass from the scene, and the future will be in your hands. And while those who came before you have made important progress, the world and the nation that will soon be entrusted to your care will be passing through especially difficult and dangerous times. The challenge facing your generation will be even more momentous and more dangerous than my own. Your generation will determine whether our nation's moral strength will be equal to the challenges posed by the great technological progress we have made and will continue to make. As we reflect on the problems we face and the catastrophes we are leaving to your generation, we must take the time to remind ourselves of the centrality of God in our lives and in our universe. We are more than animals, mere creatures of appetites. Each of us is not only has a soul, each of us is a soul. We are spiritual beings in a physical form, not the other way around. Our lives do not begin with our birth, nor do they end with our death. Because of the fine Catholic education you have received here at Cabrini, you are uniquely equipped to address and meet the great challenges facing your generation. The distinguished British and devoutly Christian author G.K. Chesterton wrote that at the end of one's life, it does not matter whether your side won or lost. It only matters which side you were on. Let us go from here today with a renewed commitment to stand and live our lives on God's side. Your special challenge in the years to come as Christians, as Cabrini graduates, and as citizens is to try to restore that which is spiritual to its rightful place in the core of modern life. I believe that the primacy of the spiritual over the material will be restored, and I believe that a renewed commitment to God's teachings is a critical instrument to deploying in the services of the great cause of mankind of this century. Again, be not afraid. I want to thank the administration again for inviting me to this absolutely awesome occasion. And to the graduates, a couple things. You can take the Cabrini graduate out of Cabrini, but you cannot take Cabrini out of the graduate. Number two, once a monarch, always a monarch. Please accept my sincere congratulations and God bless you all.